Hi guys, it's Kasey LeAlma. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm Kasey LeAlma. I'm a writer, planner nerd, and bookaholic. And on this channel, I talk about writing related content, which include my journey to publication, my fails, my wins, the stress that I endure, just about anything to do with actual writing of a book I will be talking about on this channel. So if that's something that you are interested in, please stick around. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and come back for more. I'm glad that you're here with me today. Today I am doing a type of probably Nanowrimo vlog, I think. I don't know. I do have a topic that I want to talk about, but first, the lighting. Oh my gosh, it's super bright in here. Hopefully it is bright enough and it doesn't wash me out. I don't know. I tend to be pale all year round, so it's really nothing new. But let's get started on the top of a NaNoWriMo. If you're new to this word, it is also, guys, this is my very cute water jug. It says, "Oh, for fuck's sake, just drink your damn water." So I love it. So if you're not used to that word, it stands for National. It stands for National Novel Writing Month, and that month is in November. And November has already started and is almost halfway done. This week coming up will be next week will be a halfway mark for NaNoWriMo. And the purpose of NaNoWriMo is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. I know, that is insane. I definitely thought that before I really started writing and it was more of a hobby. I always thought it would be cool to join NaNoWriMo, but that word count and 30 days didn't sound like a lot of time to write, considering that I'm a very slow writer and it has taken me years to get some things down. So I didn't join NaNoWriMo until 2019, and that was the only year that I won NaNoWriMo. And I did a very dirty draft of one of my favorite stories that I've crafted. I'd already handwritten it, but I knew I wanted some changes to characters, some different plot points. So I just started over and rewrote it, and it ended up being 50,000 and like 124 words or something like that. But that is the first year I did it. That's the first year I won. That is the only year I won. But hopefully in 2021, I will win again. That is the plan. That is my goal. And I may be cheating a little bit because I'm being a NaNoWriMo rebel, but I don't care. I'm going to count it anyway because of the writing cycle that I'm in. I'm really not at a place in my project that I can just draft fresh words. And NaNoWriMo, for me, it's really good for fresh, new idea and just to spit those words out on the page and not think about them, not have to analyze your sentence and figure out if the prose is good. That is definitely something I cannot do during NaNoWriMo. If someone else can do it, so good for them, but that is not me. I just need to vomit the words on the page to get for NaNoWriMo. So this year, and I think I've already gone off topic, but this year for NaNoWriMo, I'm in the middle of editing, revising, however you want to look at it, my Ember Storm book 1. It's a series. It's gonna be 4 or 5 books. I don't know yet, but I have done the first draft of book 1 several times actually. I'm probably on draft 4, I think, if I'm going by how many times I've rewritten it and like tweaked it. So I'm working on that. I'm working probably on draft 4, like I said, but this time around is a little bit different. I found a group of other writers who I am working with, and it has been so amazing to get their feedback, to really understand like what I need to work on, where my weaknesses are in storytelling, and to work on those. So that is what I've been doing since the beginning of October. We meet weekly on Saturday most of the time, and we meet for an hour to 3 hours. So it is such a good, like, if you're on the fence and you don't think you need a critique partner or anything, you do. It honestly is just nice to bounce ideas off of someone. And I was worried at first about what they would say and how my feelings might get hurt, but everyone has been very respectful, and it's just been great. It has been something that I've needed for a long time. I should have done this earlier because I think my book would have been published sooner if I had gotten the courage up sooner to find, how many times have I said sooner? If I had found people similar tastes of genre sooner, my book would have been published earlier. Yeah, I don't know. What was I talking about? What was my point on that? Okay, well, I wanted to tell you that I was doing NaNoWriMo and what my project that I'm working on for NaNoWriMo. So I did that. So that is checking off my list that I briefly wrote earlier. And the main reason I had to do that is because I filmed a Preptober vlog, but I did not get a chance to edit it. So I didn't get a chance to edit that vlog and put it up, so you guys didn't know what I was working on, and that was totally my bad because I didn't feel good, and editing takes a lot out of me. So I chose to prioritize. I chose myself and not you guys. I'm sorry, but I chose to sleep and rest and get better so I could dive into NaNoWriMo instead of worrying about editing a video. And that was really, really good of me. So I think that brings us to what I wanted to talk about in this video, and why I decided to make a video is that I've been getting really good critique information, and I really want to keep up on all the changes or suggestions that they have given me with the current chapter, because we submit one chapter a week that everyone is supposed to read and make comments, and then we talk about that chapter on Saturday. So in addition to having my next chapter up and ready on Thursday, I really want to keep up with the changes and suggestions that they have made on Saturday with like prior chapters. And so I think one way that will help me do that is to make a chapter summary. One way I think will help me with that is to make summaries for the chapters that I have. I divided all my chapters for my story, and it came out to be it was like 16 chapters, which isn't probably enough for a novel, but my manuscript is currently sitting at 48,324 words for book 1, which isn't too bad. I think this book is going to be shorter than the other books just because it's the first book in the series, but I would like to get it around the 60,000 mark. And so I know I need to add, and there's lots of places that I can add more description and stuff, but I think to be able to really pinpoint that stuff is by creating summaries, and I would really like to do that in Scrivner. So I want to do that in Scrivner. I'm going to go through. I haven't actually read book 1 in a long time. So far, I've just read the chapter that I'm on and made changes that I've edited it before. I've read it, made changes, and then I put it in a Google Doc so that my critique partners can look at it. and then they make comments and stuff, and then I have been going back through the next week and looking at their comments, and I've also been taking notes during the meeting, and then I have been, tweaking the words in there and editing as I go. But one of the things they suggested is that I need, my story is an urban fantasy, and it's like the build up. It's pretty much like the hero's journey. And so Ember needs to learn how to use her powers, and they have said that I don't have enough scenes showing that. So I need to add some scenes, and then I need to switch a side character. It's really a minor character that's not really going to play a major role in the overarching series, but in this book, the minor character is kind of a catalyst for Ember. So I need to make that connection stronger, and they suggested moving around some scenes. So I think if I have the chapter summaries, I can see them, then I can move them around and make new scene cards, I guess, and move them to where I need. And that way I know where I need to write in the new stuff. That makes sense, right? I think it makes sense. So, and I'm going to do that in Scrivner because you can do like the corkboard look. I'm going to make all these folders and for my 16 chapters and get that going today. New folder, and then chapter 7, new folder, chapter 8, new folder, chapter 9, 10. I am sure there's an easier way to do this. I do not know Scrivener that well. I like to draft in Scrivener because of the focus mode. I feel like it's not called that, but I don't remember what it is called. I can show you here in a minute. Let me finish my chapters. I'm almost done. Okay, so I got all my chapters in, and if I'm on the manuscript little thing and I do this, you can see that I now have little cards that I can write the scenes on. So that is what I'm going to work on today. I'm going to read my manuscript, read chapter 1, and then summarize it and put it in here. And then that way I can see it at a glance. And I can, I was going to say I could color code it, but book 1 is just Ember's point of view. It's not until book 2 I have a second point of view. So, and another cool thing when I get to the point of view, you can do these. Let me see. I can open this one, I think. Okay, so I think I have them. Hold on. Let me see. The cards. Maybe I have to click on this. Hold, please. There we go. I didn't think I was crazy, but you can see that this scene is in Ember's point of view, and then I have Kit, and then there's Istros, and then I stopped color coding them. So, but if you color code them, you can see, and those are the 3 different points of view in book 3 of the series. I already have book 2 and book 3 written. They're very rough drafts. I think they're both around 42,000 words, around that way. I labeled Ember as purple. I don't need a color code in book 1. I keep forgetting that, but it looks cool. I just want it to look cool. That's all. Before I start working, I wanted to mention, if you want to join some writing sprints or you're looking for writing sprints, there's several going on throughout the month of November. Most of the time, they help me keep on track. Sometimes I get in the comments and I'm just chatting and then I don't get any work done. But I'm hoping that this Saturday, while I am co-hosting with No Poodles and Haley Writes, that I will get some words in and it'll be great. Oh my gosh. I didn't even tell you how I'm doing Nano this year. I told you the project that I'm doing, and I told you that I'm doing Nano, but I'm not doing 50,000 words. I'm not counting word count. I am doing hours. I'm counting my hours. I really want to make writing a daily habit. And I also really wanted to participate in Nanowrimo, but as I said previously, I wasn't ready to draft anything. I had hoped that I was going to be ready to draft book 4 of Ember Storm, and that is just not... That's just not where I'm at. I don't know how it ends, and I have no clue how it ends. So I didn't want to write something I didn't know the ending to yet. It'll come. I know it will come. I get new ideas every day. I brainstorm for book 4, not every day, but I'm thinking about it. But I'm counting my hours, and my goal is to at least do an hour a day through the week, and then 3 hours, I think, on Saturday and Sunday each day. And that will probably warrant me about 50 hours for November. So I'm doing some math, and I'm taking the minutes, divide by 60, then I'm times that by 1,000, and that is the word count that I'm using. Since the Nanowrimo website does not allow you to choose any other metric other than word count, so doing a little bit of math to figure out what my word count is, but the goal is to write for an hour. So that is what I need to do now. It is almost 10, and I really need to get in that hour of work. So let's go. So this is actually going better than I thought it would. I thought I would have to actually read every word to memorize what I put down. It's so crazy how you forget what you write after a while, but I've been just reading the first couple paragraphs and being able to summarize. I did realize that I needed to do it by scene, and since I didn't break this out by scene, I'm just putting scene 8, scene 9, scene 10, and then putting a little little summary of what that scene is. So I have it all in the cards, but I'm on chapter 3. I will continue this probably tomorrow. I'm not going to get through all 16 chapters tonight, but I am making progress, which is great. So happy for that. I just feel like I'm in such a good mood. Last week, the first week in Nano, I hit I got all my tasks done. I don't know if you can see, I didn't even take down those 2 last stickers, but the 2 last stickers up there on the board, if you can see, I don't know if they're in frame or not, but I got everything done that was in the to-do section for last week. That's never happened before, and it feels really good. But then I forgot to put down the new stickies for this week, so I will have to do that before I go to bed. But yeah, making great progress. Oh, okay, I'm done with that. I'm so glad that I got that in before the night is over, and I can log that into the Nanowrimo website. I am trying to get as many badges as I possibly can this year. I even set a reminder on my phone to remind me to log my word count on the site. But that's all I have for you today. I'm so glad that you were able to join me. Don't forget about the live stream on Saturday, No Poodles YouTube channel. I will have that link in the description. It starts at 8:30 in the morning CST. So that's a little early for me, but I'm super excited to be part of that and co-host that and get all the words in on Saturday. And then if you're still looking for another sprinting, Haley Wrights has a sprint scheduled for Sunday at 5 to 7. So I will have her link down in the description for you also. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into how I am working on my revision for Ember Storm. I would love to hear your comments on how you revise, or if you do something similar to what I am doing. That would be great. I look at everyone. I watch all kinds of revision, editing processes, and I'm just trying to nail down my process. This is the first book that I'm actually doing revision on, and so I think it will probably be a few books before I really get a system down that I'm comfortable with and that I actually like and moves me closer to the finished product. But I'm so glad that you were here with me today. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you in this community. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.